Hey guys, if you're watching this and that is not at 0, and it's obviously not because it says right there it's like 8 something. Anyway, if it's not 9:21 a.m. Pacific time, then you're not watching the live show, in which case either scrub forward till that goes to 0 or click on the thing up here that takes you to the full edited real video. Otherwise, we'll see you when that gets to 0. We'll be right back. Well, howdy. Let's see, whose face do I want to put the clock over?
Yeah, right
obscure
there.
part.
That's
Yours.
wonderful.
There we go. How you guys doing today? Let's just finish getting the chit-chat set up. I could actually lower. Here, let's put it on the bottom. Let's see if I do this. There we go. There we go. Now it's out of the way.
Burns Tech.
Should be on the other side. Probably a little better.
Feeling
there
the
we go. That's a good
burns.
spot for it. Burn. Look at all these people already in the chit-chat room. All right, let's pop that out. Let's get this set up in the right place, and we.
What's with the Ninja?
That's, I don't know. Google's got weird iconography. There we go.
Nova Scotia. Sweet.
Trevor, Nova Scotia. Excellent. Randy from Austin. Somebody from Japan who's got a name in Japanese. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Like, I have no idea. Let's see. Let's get the right thing on there. No, that would be the wrong one.
Holy cow.
That's the wrong one, too. There it is. YouTube's comments. Got to get that.
So
you got to remember when we do this to keep an eye on
yeah.
that, so that, because last video we did, half of it, you're like there, which is fine for me. Actually, if you're going to be out, you should be right about
Right. I like right about there. So
right about there.
That's
good.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, now that's back in the wrong place, but that's okay. Let's put that back up. And then I got to see, it's like all these different, I got to do 20 different things just to do the thing.
Right.
And I got to take this, and I got to drop that down. We'll put that a little, it's like, it's work. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Exactly.
That's the wrong one. That's supposed to be down there. Close enough.
Perfect.
Who else is here? We got Self Bio in Cologne. We've got Philip in Coventry. I love the international audience. Hey, Mr. Tom. Greetings. Good morning. Mr. Burns, Matt Diver, another one in England. Burns Tech is Hager. Excellent. God, I love it. Trevor, if you're getting buffering, hit the refresh on your side. We are looking good over here, remarkably.
Happy Halloween, by the way.
Oh, yes. Boo.
And is it Halloween everywhere or just for us?
It's officially, technically it's here, but it's celebrated in large portions of the world now.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Like
this is fun. People are like, this is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody gets Christmas, right? So, I mean, Halloween.
Unless you're
this is like the holiday
Jewish
season.
Or Muslim.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, or the Kwanzaa, right? You can have Christmas if you want.
Everybody gets Thanksgiving, right?
Right? Thank God for turkey.
I'm sure that's what the Turkish are saying.
Everybody gets New Year's, though, right?
Unless
but not
they're
at the same time. Man.
Remind me not to bring you on the international ethnic show.
I should have brought my costume.
So is it Baby Shark? Is that what your costume is?
No, it's I'm being eaten by a shark. So
well, I saw that kind of climbing up, but I thought that might be a Baby Shark.
We're at zero.
Reference.
Holy crap.
We're at zero. Well, I guess we should probably have a show. All right. My goodness. Shall we do this? Let's get rid of the countdown.
Do it.
All right. Oh my goodness. Get rid of that. I should probably start recording. Ryan, hit record in there, will you? See, this is what happens when he's on the show. We have fun, which is definitely not the norm, right? People like,
no.
Yeah. And this time we're showing sample content, unlike last time.
Right,
got
exactly.
Some crap for that in the comments.
Yeah. Man. Can you link the other video? Like, hey, here's some Vedra.
Yeah, you have
footage.
to put the thing in the corner. You know, I'm not there to say click on it, but.
Right.
Okay.
But you just pop up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of. You done?
I'm done.
Can I start?
Yes.
Okay. Good. On today's show, we're going to be checking out the Ronin no, not the DJI. How about we do this again? What is this saying? DJI RONIN-S? Why does it say
DJI
S on it? That would
Ronin.
make this a lot easier if it actually had an
Does it
S
say
on
on this side?
Well, it says GH5 on that side. No, it
This
just
is
says Ronin.
Ronin.
They apparently don't want you to know.
I guess not.
On today's show, we're going to be looking at the DJI RONIN-S with Mr. Sean Marc Nipper, and this time we have sample footage.
That's right.
Good morning and welcome to PhotoJoseph's Photo Moment, the first live 3 times a week show here at youtube.com/PhotoJoseph. Whew, I'm getting good at that. It's like fast every time. It's photography, it's video, it's streaming, and today it's gimbals, which is typically used for video, I think.
Right.
This is Sean Marc Nipper. You guys know him? Remember
Hello
him?
there.
Hello.
Remember, I helped build this this whole thing
He
that
did.
you can't see.
He
Go back and watch that. That's brilliant.
yeah, there was like 20 hours of.
Right.
That was fun. So Mr. Nipper has come in today, as he did was it just last week for the Vedra
it was
video?
just last week.
It was just
Yeah,
last week.
yeah.
That was a popular video. People really like that, but they gave us a little bit of grief because there was no sample footage.
Right.
Right.
Right. And so I've been authorized to show a couple of clips that you can also go, hey, that was shot with the Vedra lens. Great.
Oh, okay, so the samples we'll see today were shot on the Ronin with the Vedra and the GH5S.
Right.
So essentially this combination except different lens because you had to ship the Vedras back.
And one of the questions we got, just to jump right into it, is somebody's asking if I were able to pull focus on the Vedra lenses with this.
Oh. No.
The answer is no.
No,
right.
because the Vedra lenses are pure mechanical.
Right.
But you can pull focus with this lens.
Exactly.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yep.
So let's talk about what this is. So give us a recap. This is what this.
So DJI has made Ronins. I think there's Movies. There's so many different versions out there that are the 3-axis gimbal, so you can have nice smooth footage. I used to have the Ronin M, and the thing about that is you have to hold it up, and with 2 hands, and then you have to get a little controller. And what I didn't like about that is that the camera is so low. It's at your belly.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So it's difficult, in my opinion, to walk around and get some long takes.
Right.
And you also have to have a monitor. So what's great about this is you can actually balance this so the monitor flips out, and you can turn it as you need it. And the fact that it's so light,
right,
comparatively, I'll go ahead and grab that.
Well, to an M, sure. But yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that is nice.
And so they did some really cool things because some of the...
Got it?
I got it, yeah. Some of the 3-axis gimbals, this part right here is actually right behind the screen.
Right, so this is the angled one so that you can see your monitor. Because some cameras will have a flip-up monitor instead of the articulating, so that would get in the way. Right.
Exactly. So I've also seen some people put some reds on here. I saw a black Magic Ursa Mini, and what I've seen them do is they actually flip it around. So this is in the front, and it's mounted up above that. So
Ursa Mini's big.
Yeah, it's a big camera, but it can handle it. They say up to 8 pounds. So which is really
and then
cool.
I know that Levi from Left Coast Media has some videos out showing off the new Atomos Ninja 5, Ninja V, the Ninja 5, and he has it mounted here. So this is can be a mounting point.
Indeed, yeah, I can actually put it on the other side as well.
Okay, so this is what I saw in his video. This controller, and we'll talk about what this controller is. You can put that on either side, and then you can have a monitor on either side.
Right.
Okay, that's really cool.
And they're always going to be upgrading the lenses that you can actually attach to this guy. So with this, I've got the...
Okay, let's not jump ahead to that yet.
We're bouncing all the
where you are, well.
Oh, and there's this thing too.
Yeah, there's that thing. So, okay, so the whole idea is it's a gimbal. It is for handheld movement, keeping the camera nice and steady.
Right.
And yeah, you can just do a little just so people can really see if you've never seen this before.
It has 3 modes. So with this one, it's the sport mode. So if you want to whip pan,
quick, you get this.
And you can totally design that in the app that comes with it.
We'll take a look at the app.
With this one, I've got it set so you can actually pull the trigger, and here's that big famous shot that's been already overused.
Right, of course.
And I decided not to do any of that in this last movie.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
But the main thing is that you're holding it steady even if you're moving and you're bouncing. I mean, if you were holding the GH5 on its own and doing this, you would be sorely sad.
Indeed.
So this is the GH5S on here, which does not have stabilization built into it, so it's not kind of being countered at all by this stabilization.
Right.
You can put a GH5 on here. You probably would turn off the stabilization.
Yeah, because you'll get a little bit of that floating, and so
which you generally don't want.
Not doing that.
But the whole idea is you get this crazy steady even as you're bouncing around. So what's it like to set this thing up? I know you've already balanced it.
Yeah.
But how long, now that you're used to it, how long does it take to get it
So
balanced?
you've got 1, 2, 3. And then you've got, let me see, let me switch modes here.
Incidentally, for those of you watching live, don't forget we will do a live Q&A at the end of this. Just get your comments in there. Make sure you put at PhotoJoseph, even if it's a question for him.
Sure.
Put at PhotoJoseph, then we'll see it on the screen and we'll hit the Q&A later. If you are just looking for the Q&A, scrub to the end of this video and you'll see a link to that.
Perfect.
All right.
Is there anything going to be up there?
Later.
Okay. So 4 and then 5. So you've got 5 different places, like I just went right back into that, to balance this baby. And it is...
How long does it take?
I'm good at it now. It takes about 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay.
About 5 minutes. Yeah. And I highly recommend using the app to make sure that it is balanced correctly. So you can actually go through a little diagnostic. It'll check itself out and lets you know the pan, tilt, and roll. They're all in good
so
pick.
in the app, it'll tell you how good it is, as opposed to just going, well, it looks like it's right.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, because if I hit this little power button right here, this is how you turn it on. If I hold that, turns it off. Hold it again, turns it on. I'm going to get ready for...
It says here, device disconnected.
Right. Let me actually turn it on this time. There we go.
Helps.
Bing.
I heard a bing.
There we go. It snaps too. Now, if I press it twice, it'll release the motors, and then I can go through and I can balance it. So this guy right here is, I mean, it barely move it, and just to get that. So yeah, I mean, 5 different axes.
That you have to get balanced.
Right. Right. So hit that twice.
So now let's talk about what's one of the biggest selling points on this particular device, because obviously there's been gimbals, millions of them out before. I mean, there's so many gimbals on the market these days, some for quite a bit cheaper than this one. But the big thing on here is that you now have camera control.
Right.
Not every camera in the world, obviously, but it does control the LUMIX series. So you've got the GH5S on here.
Yeah.
What kind of controls can you get from that?
So I can stop and start record, obviously,
Okay.
with the little button on the back here, and then this is the focus wheel.
Here, bring that over here. I'm gonna give a quick close-up on there, just trade places, so people can see exactly what that looks like. So let's see here. Oh, good, as I pull the HDMI cable out of it. Go ahead and start doing it, and I will eventually switch whenever I find it.
Right here, you've got the record button, and here is the focus wheel. And what I was talking about before too is that,
There, oh,
you know, with
and I lost
the-
focus.
perfect.
Let's try that again.
You may think that I set that
go.
up, right?
Ha.
Out of focus. Sean did it.
There we go.
There we go. Look at that. So the focus wheel, you've got the different menus you can switch to. That's the sport mode. I've got that set up so I can do the little.
Oh, I see. You get the little lights up there, the 1, 2, and 3. That's changing to show you. Okay.
Exactly, and that's the one that's more smooth and more forgiving, so I can really move my hand around.
Okay.
And you can totally customize those however you like.
Okay, so then you get your record, start, stop button, and then this is to control the gimbal if you want to move it manually. And this, by the way, this joystick looks just like the control joystick on a DJI drone, which is kind of fun. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, and then focus control.
It's just like we were talking about on the Vader video when, you know, you're measuring out feet with the Vaderas, you get that, but this, depending on how fast you go,
Okay.
so you have to be very careful.
It's mimicking this type of drive-by-wire, focus-by-wire controls.
Exactly.
So can you do very accurate, if you rotate it slowly, get really nice, slow, accurate?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now, how did you find for doing something like a focus pull using one of these drive-by-wire lenses, using that? Is it easy to get a Mark 1 and Mark 2 and go between them, or?
It's still challenging because it depends on how fast you go. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you're moving, and so it definitely takes some practice to go, okay, you know, I wish I had some of that footage, and we're probably going to get some complaints that we don't have any of that. What's that?
We'll hit the questions later.
Oh, okay. Just saw something. So, you know, it's definitely a challenge, but with focus peaking, it's just, you know, so much easier to see bright green, whatever color you choose.
Of course.
So,
now, these cameras, the GH5S and the GH5 can do a focus pull. You can program an A to B to C, actually, focus points. Can you do anything like that in the Ronin itself?
So there is some pretty fun things you can do.
In the app?
Yeah.
Should we plug in the app so people can
let's
see what
do
that looks like? Right here. Should stick that in there. Here, take that.
Heyo.
And heyo. And as soon as you got that up, I'll pull it up on here so people can see what this actually looks like, which is, it's pretty cool to see. There we go. That's not up yet. There it is.
Perfect. Okay, nice. And I'm not cut off. So you've got your configuration, you got the status, you can take a look at the battery, it's fully, which by the battery, they say lasts 12 hours. That's not a lie.
Really?
I've used this thing, I used it 2 days and didn't even charge it.
Are there 4 batteries?
4 compartments inside this thing.
Oh, okay.
So, and incidentally, you can't get any extra stuff yet. They haven't started selling any of their accessories.
Nice, of course.
So, yeah, of course. Device, it's Bluetooth connected, shutter control, got that, it's plugged in. Let me see, show that. The configuration, this is where you can go in and really control the pan, tilt, and roll, as you can see. So I can actually
So if you adjust that now, here, let's pull this back into frame a little bit so people can see. There we go. So as you're adjusting that, are we going to see it move up here?
No, not if you, it just depends on how fast you want it. So.
Okay. Oh, that's for speed control.
Right.
I see.
Exactly.
Oh, stiffness. Got it.
Yeah. So if I go into settings and I hit more, and then I can do the balance test, and now it will go through its little own diagnostic and then let you know how well it is. Now, when I first started using this on the movie, I wasn't doing this before I started using it. I would just balance it, eyeball it, great.
Right.
And one of the clips I'm going to show you, I actually had to go in and do some stabilization, because what it does, if it's not completely balanced and you're moving, it judders a little bit because it's trying to balance itself. And so
critical then to do that. So so here it says good, excellent, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and I'm
will
fine
it
with that.
tell you how to adjust it? Like, does it tell you what's wrong?
No. Well, you just go the tilts. Okay, so the tilt, you need to go in and work on that, and then called the roll. That's this guy. I'm sorry, this guy. And then the pan.
This would be pan. So it's good. All right. So it's nice. It tells you whether you're not, really good or not good. But
Right.
I wish it would tell you what to do.
Right, yeah,
Like,
can you push it back?
move it a tiny bit forward, tiny bit back. Because I've set these up, not the Ronin, but I've set up other gimbals before, and it can be a challenge. You're like, you move it a tiny bit,
Right.
and you're going, well, which way am I supposed to move it to get it? Like, am I moving this one or this one or this one? And,
Exactly.
I mean, a little more information there would be helpful. But
Indeed. And then you go into smooth track, and you can, for this, I have everything on low, so that way it's the most forgiving as I'm moving around.
Okay.
As I switch to user setting number 1.
Okay, so those are the buttons we saw in the back, or the lights we saw in the back, the different modes.
This
okay.
is set on high, so that way I can whip it
That
back
was that
and
whip
forth.
pan you did.
Exactly.
Neat.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then it's got create, which I have not even dove into this whatsoever. But you've got panorama, time lapse, motion lapse, track. So this is kind of cool.
What?
If I want to track here.
Oh, you can set positions?
Right.
Oh, that's so
And then you can just drag them around like that.
Wow.
And this thing does go 360, so it
Right.
will, let's see, that's too high. Let's go down here like that. And then number 2, I want it actually up here like that. So once I hit record, you can tell it how long do you want it to go in between each movement.
Okay.
And so if you've got a shot that's planned out, you just set this thing on the ground and you can say, okay.
Follow an actor, walk across the room.
Yeah, you say their dialogue is a certain amount, and then, yeah, you could totally do this all hands-free. So,
can you control focus through here as well?
That's a good question. I don't think you can. I think you got to stay, at that level.
Because then that would give you those focus pull A to B points if you could control focus on here like that. That would be cool, but yeah, it doesn't look like there is.
Yeah.
Maybe there is if somebody knows, because obviously this is still fairly new here.
Yeah.
But
You got panorama.
That's really neat.
So
Okay.
yeah, you get some fun stuff. And I keep thinking about doing, it would take a while, but lock onto the Marc Anthony.
Who's that?
The hotel downstairs. It used to be called the Marc Anthony.
Did it?
Yeah.
How long have you been here forever?
Yeah.
The big one.
The big one.
Okay,
Yeah, the
good.
big
The
hotel
big
downtown.
hotel.
Lithia Ashland Springs.
Whatever. It's the
And just lock on and do a motion lapse through town. To go,
like a hyperlapse.
Right. Hyperlapse. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably is the motion lapse. It's called a
think so,
hyperlapse.
yeah.
Okay. Which is interesting because I was just looking at the new Hero, the GoPro Hero,
Right.
which is GoPro, not DJI.
Right.
And they're doing a hyperlapse on there that's automatic. It's supposed to be really, really good.
Yeah. Well, they're supposed to have really good image stabilization.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
crazy.
camera, so.
I may have to get one.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
okay.
So yeah,
Neat.
I mean,
God, so cool. So
is.
your vote
Oh,
on
wait.
this is it's a definite buy?
configuration. Actually, let's go back in here. I was going to do create
Oh.
capture. So this is pretty cool. And we actually did this. We set this on a monopod, and I fixed it to a C-stand and used it as a jib.
Okay.
And then I controlled the camera
remotely
from here. Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
That's really
And that's
cool.
super fast. Everything's at 80. So let's drop this down to 20 or so. And now,
Okay, so much more controlled.
right.
That's pretty awesome. Kind of beats the hell out of my gimbal.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
I mean, it costs about twice as much. Which, here, let's bring that up real quick. So here's the cost. This is right now. What is today? This is, that's right. It's Halloween. So this is October 31st, 2018. There's the price, $749.
It went up 50 bucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When it came out, it was $699. Now,
no kidding.
I
Well, I wonder if
bought
that
one
was-
on B&H right when I had the money. There's that. It took about a month, 5-6 weeks, and it still was out of stock. I was just like, what the heck?
Oh, right.
And this
You
is
got
in
it through
August.
Best Buy,
I got
right?
it through Best Buy. Of all places, I went on there, and they said in stock. I'm like, can you get it here by Friday? And it was my birthday month. I got 10% off, so I got it for like $630. By the way, birthday month.
Birthday month?
10% off, yeah.
The whole month of your birthday, you get 10% off at Best
Well,
Buy?
one time. So one
Okay.
purchase. So
Okay.
I put it towards this.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Brilliant. And I got it by Friday. Got to
I
use
wonder
it.
if they have
So
affiliate links. I'll have to figure that out.
right, let's figure Best Buy out.
That's
Of
pretty
all
good.
Places for Christ's
Cool.
sakes.
Yeah, really? I mean, who would have
Yeah.
thought? You know, they were actually at Photo Plus. They had a huge banner in there at Photo Plus. Like Best Buy is making a real attempt to get into this higher end market. Bizarre.
Weird.
Who would have?
Yeah, because I go in there and it's like almost like Radio Shack used to be. Oh, we don't have that, but we can order it for you. Like,
Yeah, thank
great.
you. I know how to use the internet. Thanks. Okay, let's take a look at the footage because we do have that. So we're just going to play this. There's 2 clips. There's what do we have? It's about 2 minutes 45 seconds worth of footage. It's going to play silently. You're going to talk over it and tell us what it is we
Sounds
are
good.
looking
Sounds
at.
good.
Sounds good. All right, let's.
I love it. Where am I going to see it? Am I going to see it on?
You can see it anywhere you
okay.
want. It's going to be everywhere.
Fantastic.
All right, let's do this here.
All right, so this was the the oneer, we call it, that I was talking about, that my shorts were too loud for the sound guy, and I had to drop to my skivvies and bare feet.
She must have appreciated that.
And I did not balance this thing correctly before I started. So I did do some image stabilization in post on this.
Now, by the way, this is shot log. We dropped a LUT on it, but we haven't done any custom grading to it at all.
Yeah. So it's pretty basic. So this took some work to, because as you start to push down, and what I mean push down is lean down with the gimbal.
Okay.
It grabs and starts to go, but it's got that balance where it's like, how slow and when does it stop?
Sure.
And so you really have to work that and understand. But I mean,
now, are you at any point using the joystick to move the camera, or is all this movement
this
just
is all
you,
with the wrists,
body? There was a jump, I saw it.
Yeah, and there's one and two. Yeah.
This is shot on the GH5S.
It was. No, this is actually the GH5.
Okay.
Yeah. So a couple of little moments there at the end.
Okay,
so,
yeah, a couple little bumps in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this next one was out on the dock, and wait till the end because it's an interesting thing. Now, what I did there is I pulled the trigger and I just dropped it down.
So it's kind of inverted?
Actually, it's underneath me now, and so I'm holding it right at my waist.
Okay.
And the camera's on there.
Did you forget to take the shopping tag off of her boot?
Watch. Ready? Wait for it. I'm like, beep. Okay, let's try that again.
Hysterical.
Little things for. So she's supposed to be an FBI agent, as you can see. Her name's Abby Wathen. You can IMDb her. She's done a bunch of great stuff. And so this is at the end where you can kind of tell. We didn't really rehearse this, and so as I'm coming up next to her, I'm walking right next to her here. And at the end, I was trying to really do this like kind of walk around when she stops. And you can see how it is just ever so slight to try to get the camera to turn.
Right.
I wanted it to turn more. So that one's working out a little bit, and then not so much here.
Yeah, okay. I think a lot of this just comes down to practice. I mean, to be fair, you did just get this thing.
Then, right here, I am running backwards.
Running?
As fast as I can.
Running? Wow.
Running backwards. I mean, that's pretty freaking stable.
Seriously, that is incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Running, and it was that stable. That's
yeah. So, yeah, just so you guys can tell. Oh, by the way, if you have a DJI Osmo mobile, double click, and that gets you back. So if you are here, boop, boop, get you right back. But as you hold the trigger, you can drop it down. So that's what I did. I was running with it like this.
Rough it. Wow.
Like that. So then.
Now, because, okay, so that's interesting. So here, flip it back over, keep it up here so audience can see it. Now, because this, if you're going to tilt it up, this would get in the way. So can you 360 it?
You can. You can, I think. There is a way. Let me see here. I think.
You want to go, what if you just go?
It's selfie mode.
Excellent. So instead of dropping it down like this, just do a 360 or 180 this way.
Let me see.
Other direction. There you go.
Like
there
that.
you go. So now you got it. So now you could have it tilted up if you wanted to do, let's see, it would be this way.
Yeah.
Right, so if you want to carry it to the ground but pointing up, doing running.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Exactly.
Excellent. God, this
and
is
then
cool.
Double click.
Comes back.
Comes back here. So then, yeah.
Neat. Ah, so cool. All right.
Very cool.
Well, thank you very much. I think we've seen it. Let's see. We'll hide this part of it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's good. All right. Well, let's jump into the Q&A because I know there might be some questions on there.
Indeed.
So, yeah. So once again, guys, if you're watching live, you got questions, drop them in there. Also, wanted to let you know if you haven't checked it out yet. So remember, we've got the whole membership thing over at PhotoJoseph.com. I've been adding new components to that. The newest component that's been added for members is a private Facebook group that is members only. Now, not only does that mean that it's a much smaller community where people are much more likely to interact with each other, myself included, it's also a place for me to go live at just totally random moments, like I'm in the back of an Uber and I got nothing else to do and I can go live and answer some questions. So that's just started. said, so the group is quite small now, but as a member of PhotoJoseph.com/members to learn all about that, that is something you will have access to.
Am I a member of that?
You're an honorary member, so you do have access. If you checked your email, you would have seen the one that says you can come in and join. But that's okay.
I gotta check my.
You probably should check your email.
One of these days.
All right, guys, let's head over to the Q&A, and we'll see you there. Welcome back to PhotoJoseph's Photo Moment, where we are talking about the DJI RONIN-S with my good friend, Mr. Sean Marc Nipper, who just came off of a film shoot using this thing.
Ronin and Sean.
Ooh, it's like you got it on your birthday, they named it for you. How cool is that?
How nice.
I just gotta, now I have to wait for the Ronin J to come out, or maybe the P.
Exactly.
I can go with the P or the J, either one.
Yeah,
Really.
PJ.
Really. If they do that, then we know it's for me.
Right.
Then I have to buy it. I actually think then they have to give it to me.
I think so. I think so, yeah.
So this is the Q&A portion of the show. So for those of you watching live, get your questions in there. If they're not already, make sure you put @PhotoJoseph in front of it. That allows us to see that there is a question. And we are going to start by doing this here. Now you gotta get.
Oh, okay.
So this is where you have to get it right. So we're not clipped off.
So wide.
I know. Well, it is. Matt Diver, could you use this as a very basic PTZ head for remote camera control? I suppose you could. Oh, you just answer my PTZ question in the main video. That would be, right, controlling it for here.
Yeah.
So when he's talking about the PTZ camera, is that something where you have essentially a robotic camera that you can move, tilt, pan, zoom even on some cameras, usually used for live productions, but not necessarily the highest quality live. I think PTZ cameras aren't traditionally very, very high quality. But yeah, you could use this. You could put any camera on there, control it from the app, although I can't imagine you'd have, if you had like multiples of these, you'd have people back there controlling. But hey, I guess, why not, right?
Well, I just solved the problem that we were having too, actually. We actually mounted this on the hood of a car, and we're driving down the road because I'm like, hey, it's a Ronin.
Why not, right?
And I just realized I can set these to 0 because that was a problem. It was beginning, as we get jarred, it was still smooth, but it would start to
drift
a little bit, and so we lost, and then it would actually come back, but it wasn't a usable shot, so we actually scrapped it.
Oh,
but
if you set this
I could have set this
to
to 0.
Like, here, some people know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you show what it is you're setting.
So I just, this is how quick the movement will go as far as pan, tilt, and roll, but at setting it to 0, I realize now that
that is.
It stays.
It's like locked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be smooth.
It's still, yeah, it will be, yeah, because any kind of jarring.
Wow.
So that's what I should have done.
Look at that. Additional tips hidden in the Q&A section.
Well, because that's the thing.
Maybe you'd have.
We'll see.
Well, the pan.
Let's try it again.
I think you'd have to just shoot a bunch and test it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we did it twice, and then we're like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, fair enough.
We lost a good performance because we're messing with the camera. So.
Right, yeah, that sucks. Trevor says, I can't remember, does the Ronin-S have a plug for HDMI out of the camera so the monitor can be used but no cable strain on the camera? You wouldn't plug the HDMI into the Ronin, you would attach a monitor to the Ronin.
Yeah.
So if you look at, I'll make sure to link to this, we'll link to this up here, people can see.
Yeah.
We'll link to this up here. Levi just did a video of the Ronin, well, it's of the Atomos Ninja 5, but he's using this Ronin-S, and in there he talks about how he mounted the Ninja on the side. So this is a mounting point right here, wherever it is, I can't see what I'm doing, but somewhere over here, there we go, there's a mounting point on there, and so you can mount a whole cage piece in there, and I think he's using small rig pieces to attach to it.
Yeah, small rig's got a little cheese plate that you can pop in here. They also have a little thing that will wrap around it, little necklace, or I don't know what you call it. Necklace. It's not a necklace.
Works.
It's a gripper thing. It's got a bunch of quarter 20s and whatever on there. And so that's another way. So you've got this and this. And I've actually seen it where there's 2 batteries, 3 actually, because one's running this. There's 2 batteries that are on a bar on the bottom. And so you can actually use it like that.
Two-handed movement,
But for me, that defeats the purpose of being able to have, one hand free and then one hand to focus.
But it's great that you have the options, right? That you can add onto the system if you want to build it up like that. I like that idea of a product where you have something that it can be much bigger, but you take off the pieces and you have something smaller, more light, more portable.
Indeed.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Not a lot of questions.
No, that's it for questions. Wow. I guess this was such an informative video. Nobody needs to ask anything.
I got them all answered for you.
There you go. So what are you going to be for Halloween? You're going to be eaten by a shark.
I'm going to be, I don't know if I should show you. Here, let me find it first.
Go ahead
before.
Pull it up there. Well, it's not on screen now. You were good, but
there it is.
There you go. So this is Sean's Halloween costume. I was concerned he might come in here. I'm gonna wait for it to come up. It's concerning Mike coming here dressed as something today, but fortunately he did not. So there we go.
That is my
That's
easiest costume to buy. Click, done.
so you fill it with air. Is it like a?
Oh, it's got a little air compressor that little vacuum.
Automatically it's going?
Yeah, you just like
That keeps you
put it in
cool as
batteries.
well.
Totally.
Although it's going to be like 40
It's gonna be cold today.
Tonight, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 35 or something. It's cold.
That's right.
It's end of October.
Right.
It's cold season.
So no plug on the base plate. That is balanced at an HDMI plug from camera. Really short cable.
So you're looking for a pass-through of the HDMI, I think, so you can plug this into the gimbal and then your monitor into the gimbal as well. I mean, no. So if you had your gimbal on there, your cable would just go from the camera.
And I also
to the
think,
gimbal,
just so that
to
people
the
see,
monitor.
I also think that if you had the monitor coming to the HDMI here, and if you were to do this roll thing, wait.
You would definitely have to be aware of.
That's going to be.
Yeah, you'd have to be aware of where you're putting it, or have a long enough cable, or. I mean, you'd have to be very aware. You couldn't do that if you had a cable attached.
Right. And by the way, that shot's been
I think
used.
I'm now starting to see even more of what he's saying. If it had a HDMI input on here on this plate,
right.
and you go HDMI into here, then you could continue to those spins. And there would be an HDMI out pass through on the handle. That would be very cool, actually.
Switch over here.
Now we're starting to get you, Trevor. We're getting you. We're getting
so
you.
check this out. In the front, it's got power.
Yeah, what are those
capabilities?
things?
12 volt and
external power. Okay.
Yeah. So
you can,
of course, nobody can see that on the
no, but
on the screen,
they get it.
Yeah, right here you've got inputs for power. We did have somebody ask about. I actually did get a cable for my GH4 to put on here.
Okay.
And I can't. It doesn't do focus with the wheel, but it does do start and stop.
Okay.
So I mean, that's,
yeah. What is this connector? It's USB. It's into USB-C. It's USB-C, right? Because the GH5
but it comes
and the
with
S have USB-C.
Here.
Yeah, so the GH5 and the GH5S both have USB-C in here, which we now know. And I don't know that we knew this was even going to be possible before the Ronin came out, that you could control the camera through that port. I don't think I did.
So it comes with this handy
Maybe you guys
little
knew. I didn't know.
little kit. Bunch of different little things in here. Allen wrenches, thank God.
Here, let's do here. Put that here. We'll do a top down on that. There we go.
Yeah, so you get
Little base plates.
a little base plate to raise it up if you need to.
If you need to raise
the camera up off of there.
Okay.
For whatever reason. It comes with a little lens holder.
Oh, okay. So if you got a longer lens,
Right.
that'll here. Well, let's.
And it's actually got.
So here, let's do it like this. Actually, here we can do. Let's do this close up here. It's somewhere in here. I don't even know where this is. No, don't move that. There we go.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's neat.
And it's got these little wheels here that you can, if
Right. So when if it's focusing and moving through there. All right. Cool. Very good.
Yeah, that's good. Haven't used that yet. Got
Yeah,
a
with
bunch
8-pound max weight limit, you could put a big lens on this thing.
It's got those.
A bunch of other little bits and pieces. Okay.
And then it came with these cables. So the one I did buy extra, but you've got the, I don't know what this is. I think probably for a
fiber optic
infrared start and stop in the future, I think.
Okay.
And then this is the one
Oh,
that
for your
is
GH4.
for the GH4.
That's a standard.
Yeah, so this is the
8-inch.
RSS-P.
It's very important.
Right.
RSS-P. Okay. Super. Excellent. Well, hey, thank you very much for coming on. That's
Absolutely.
It. No more questions. I guess people just aren't asking the questions today. But thank you for tuning in. For coming in.
Indeed.
Thank you for tuning in. It's all good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
Super
Right
fun.
on. Hey, you want to come to Indy with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Whew. Man, that's great. That
would
was
love
easy.
to.
All right. See you guys next time. Bye bye. One of these buttons. There's the one.